Stick them together and it'll work.
Yeah. You stitch them together. I've seen some interesting.
I have some southern glue with me.
Riff actually has some
You
sovereign glue in her
stabilize the
backpack.
king.
Yes.
You stabilize the king?
Stabilize
yeah,
the king.
sure.
Yeah.
So, if you tie him up, so it will touch him.
Or we'll ransack him for all he's worth.
Yeah, take all the stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Leave him.
he will be in underwear.
Yeah.
And we will have checked them thoroughly.
We will inspect those underwear quite thoroughly,
and we're
yes.
gonna tie him up, and we're gonna put the burst in
Do-
front of him.
No,
Does he have,
no,
like-
none of that.
Does he have like an Imperial arm up his ass or something like
We're
that?
beyond. We're beyond this kind of stuff. We just check him for the stuff he has. Yeah.
So it will touch him.
Well, actually, the Prince Bishop might come back now.
Well, we got to find out why he isn't here.
Well, the king's dead,
So,
so...
like, he is the real king. I was just a decoy he made.
We should get either Riff needs a clone running at all times, or we need to like start reincarnating her because this is getting too expensive.
This is
She's
Riff's
spending
money.
her own money to do the resurrection. So.
Yeah.
He gets 14 hit points, and so it will end her light being.
Who'd you give 14 hit points to?
Well, not to the
Just
dead.
stabilize him.
Well, he gets stabilized with that.
Oh.
She
don't want-
She will stabilize him with the heal, and when we will take that away from him, and then we will give him the 14
We
hit.
should possibly douse the fire as well. This will eventually burn to ashes.
Oh, that's a good point. 1d6 damage.
Oh yes.
Oh, there he goes, beating again.
So we maybe like create water or something over him.
It doesn't really work that way.
No.
Just roll him like a
Water
pancake.
doesn't turn it off.
No. Well, Raphael will start rolling him. Back
Yeah,
and forth.
cover him in like.
My cloak is magical.
As long as no. Well, as long as
He's
no.
out.
Yeah.
He's been put
Yeah,
out.
okay, stabilize him again.
He's stabilized.
Well, I keep rolling him back and forth.
He's
Good
now been
enough.
put out and stable.
There we go.
I think the first and most important thing we do is, what does he have on him?
Yeah.
What stuff can we take from him? Write it up.
Raphael, after the king has been bound up, he's quite securely gagged and everything, he will pick up the pieces of Riff, put them in like a bag or
Yeah, just
something.
put it in the bag.
Just like a
Riff has like
relaxed
a
sack.
note.
Yeah,
You know,
we have
when we come back, her sister's gonna think we killed her.
Yeah.
just open the bag,
gonna
just
look
pieces of
at her
Riff
like,
falls out. Like,
"Your
yeah,
sister."
Just little giblets.
Luciana has
sorry.
clear instructions to get her resurrected if she comes back dead.
This is
Not
the
the
fifth
cheap one
time.
we recommend.
How do you?
So who wants to listen to the loot?
It is.
Me, I'm the
I'm
person.
doing
All of
it
us.
right now.
There is one potion of cure serious wounds.
Yeah.
One plus 2 scythe.
That is such an odd choice of weapon.
I like
One belt of physical might, con and strength.
Oh, I literally just bought that.
Plus 4, for your knowledge.
Plus four. I literally just bought half that.
One cloak of resistance plus 1. One ring of protection plus 2. 402 gold. The following scrolls.
How much gold?
Is there
402 gold.
402.
And the following scrolls. One scroll seemed to have been used.
which one?
They're not of those lists, but he seemed to have already used one.
Yeah.
Which seems to be on dust on the floor up here.
What does he have?
Those are the scrolls. Black Tentacles, Cloud Kill. Summon Monster, that should be Summon Monster 6.
Feeble
Mind.
Mind and Wall Force.
One of force is useful.
It seemed like he was getting ready to use it, but,
Too bad there's no resurrection.
Yeah.
Maybe do the cloud kill.
Maybe there is in the rest of the building, right?
I doubt it.
Can only hope.
Other than that, there is also one Imperial Arm Dagger.
Mm-hmm.
What's the just minimum caster levels for the scrolls?
Minimum cast level from Scroll. Wizard. Let me check the Wizard spell list.
Oh yeah.
Sit down.
scrolls of-
Wizard's 11.
All right.
He's dead. Almost.
And
What's in this room?
well, what about the dagger?
It seems to be. I don't know if you have a picture of it.
No,
I don't think so.
we
So I
don't.
will get you a picture of it.
Is there any loot up in the room Bollard is in?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Gold coins. Also some gold bars with the Imperial seal on it.
Oh.
It's our money now.
Gold.
You'd spend it before we got to him.
Yes, it's tragical.
One second. It's not letting me select it for some reason. One dagger,
Certainly a dagger.
seemingly with runes engraved down the side, and the ability to fold up.
That's a dagger of the sands of time. I can see the sands.
Yeah.
The dagger itself is is made in a very intricate style that is the quality of it is very, very high. In the back there is seemingly a cork which you can remove to fill it up with sand, which it currently has a small amount in.
We Prince of Persia now.
Maybe we can turn back time and save Earth.
That'd be
Yeah,
great.
maybe.
Please.
I don't know
Is there
how.
another
though.
Imperial arm in there?
You do not see any other Imperial arms on him.
He's not wearing crown.
No. If he had a crown, he'd probably be wearing it right now. Bollard, by the way, is Bollard counting up the money?
Yeah, I mean, he's really got nothing better to do besides keep guard over the king, but I'm sure if
16,000
someone
gold.
wanted that to happen, they would call him.
It's a pretty good amount.
Add that to the 120 we're going to get from the king.
Did I count everything? Did you see what armor he had? Or did I not mention that?
No armor was mentioned.
Not the armor.
Okay. Let me just...
Armor or armory?
Armoire.
He does not have an armoire with him.
And my armoire is...
No, armor or
Armor?
armory.
Armor.
Yeah, like armor or armory. I didn't hear the word.
He said armor.
Armor.
Ah.
He has a +3 full plate, glamoured. And of an amulet of natural armor +1.
Yeah.
And a bunch of-
I mean, it's safe to say he doesn't have any of these things anymore.
And then there's also a bunch of wards on him, which you can see flickering away very quickly.
Good.
Also, we should break his limbs so that way he can't even try to
No,
escape.
no. I have Sovereign
I'm pretty
Glue.
sure he didn't cast the wards.
You just glue him together.
Yeah,
Here's a pile of empty potion bottles.
Mm.
Bollard, you do notice something though. You get almost like you almost get almost a disappointed sigh you hear from this room.
Oh,
We kept him alive. She wanted him dead.
disappointed sigh, like
It sounds-
she's looking in here and she's like, "Oh, it's not the king. God damn it."
Yes. She
She
seems to have no interest in killing you. She just wanted the king to come in.
She totally had disintegrate ready.
Or she has a crush on
Please.
Well, I'm
Aw.
spooked.
Please get out of there before she does
Yes,
anything to you.
You're pretty sure the witches are like intently watching that room.
If she was going to kill
Mm.
Bollard, he would be dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was already dead. He'd been counting money.
Yeah.
Just, flip her the bird and get out of there.
He's been counting
let's go.
16,000 gold pieces. She had time
Very
to
slowly and
Well, more like I
methodically.
just like
guesstimated.
eye over. Yeah, like I don't
You know-
want to spend like 5 days in there.
You know the value of gold? In the bag of holding, we have a big tank of water with a little
Just
thing
place the
in it.
water.
We pour all the gold in there, then we see how much water comes out over the top, and that tells us how much it's worth.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Archimedes' method of counting.
Yes. It's lovely.
Anyway, we have taken
science.
all his stuff away, right?
And then I take his hands on his back, and I sovereign glue them together.
There we go.
If
His
you
hands
need...
His hands are now sovereign glued together. There is also one final thing on his person I must note.
Oh,
Two
Right
things
now,
actually.
right?
There's technically a silver unholy symbol,
Of what?
Just burn it.
Asmodeus.
well, I mean that's put on the fucking ground.
Yeah.
We should bring that back with us
the worst god.
as proof. You know, look at this thing here.
Yeah, sure.
There is also, the final thing. There is one of the entry passes to the palace.
Oh.
Laurel, kind of.
We'll remember that. I think. Yes.
I don't think there ever was one of those. It's.
One of the make a perception check if you wish to stop him.
Don't you steal that. We need that shit.
I know.
Raphael has one.
No, Griffin has one too, right?
Riff has one on her corpse, and Raphael used to have one.
Yeah, he doesn't have any more.
What's it called? Like
Really?
Yeah, he's kicked out.
Oh,
all
God,
access.
All access, yes.
didn't have to-
Multi-pass.
It's
Why
more like
didn't you tell
it's like a
me?
palace gate key. To be more correct.
Like taking
It gets you
yourself.
through the front gate.
Yeah.
So actually, technically, your one also allows permission to the following rooms: the diplomats' quarters, to the main palace, to the armory, to the kennels, to the library, to the
To the armory.
servants' quarters, to the spy master's tower, to the imperial smith, to the imperial stables, to the jail.
Always wanted to raid the kennels.
You basically have access. You basically have access to everywhere but the chapel. It seems.
Yeah.
Oh, the
awesome.
king wasn't allowed in the chapel.
Nope. That was
No,
that
Laurel
was
can go wherever he needs. We need to make more of these.
basically there's a huge list on the back of that of all the places you can go.
How far can Zoe get with hers?
Your one does not allow to every room. Your one allows to the diplomats' quarters, to the palace, to the servants' quarters, and the chapel.
Do I have one to the kitchens?
No.
Like, just the kitchens.
You can't get in the palace, but if you're there, you're allowed to be in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's been tied up, so I will heal him of 19 hit points.
Don't give him too much more.
We can wait for him to wake up, right?
It's a cure light.
Why don't you
It's
just
better to wait for him to wake up even.
Why don't you
Let's
just like
Smack him against the wall over here.
you do have like look, there's 2 stairs going elsewhere.
Yeah, but this is kind of.
You know, yeah, you take care of that. I'll take a look.
He's out cold. What's he gonna do?
I'll take a look at the stairs. There's still a thing.
You see a bunch of tombs. The room feels consecrated yet unhallowed. Someone has desecrated this room slightly.
Let's
Or do they like take a poop in the corner, or like?
let's check
the
around to
spell
see where has he gone? Where has he done something?
But most clearly,
one
this
that's open?
grave here is open.
All right, very well. Let's go take a
The
look.
skeleton is in many different pieces in a not very nice organization.
No. Or
In addition,
bows respectfully in the fashion of a monk.
there seems to be something which you'd expect to be there missing. Because there seems to be basically a patch there where it's quite clear something used to sit, but it's not sitting anymore.
Oh. What would that appear to be?
It is some kind of hand-shaped object. Possibly an Ivory holy symbol used to be there.
We
Does he
saw
have
one
one in his room?
upstairs, remember?
There is one in the room.
We should loot the other graves to see if he hid the
We're
crown.
not gonna
in there.
loot.
What else is
We're
in
not gonna like loot all their stuff. We're just gonna.
Other than that, in his room there is a bed with fine sheets and clothes and fine clothes, probably worth about 2,000 gold.
All right, we're gonna sell the king's clothes.
Other than that, there is
Raphael is gonna wear it, of course.
there is a map with loads of locations marked.
All right, I'll take that.
Yeah, that seems like a thing.
There is a pile of empty potion bottles, like basically stacked up like a pile of cards.
He was
He's been
screwed up
drinking too
on
much.
strange fluids.
I know he played cards. He asked Zoe if she wanted to play cards with him, and she's like, no.
There is also there's also a broken jar in the corner that looked like it used to hold murky water.
All right. There's something coming then.
He didn't.
That's it.
That is all that's in that room. Oh, there's also some money.
Oh.
Well, actually, it's more like gemstones.
Yeah, Laurel's okay with gemstones. He's not. He doesn't judge.
And then there's gemstones worth 5 gold, and then there's also some coins in the room. Cheers. There's 500 gold pieces in gems, and then there is 962 gold pieces, 1,112 silver pieces, and then 10,000 coppers perfectly stacked.
He's a little bit of a hoarder.
It seems to be perfectly stacked in the shape of a pentagram.
How could the Empress not tell he was evil?
What was it with a pentagram?
He stacked coppers in the shape of a pentagram.
Oh, so it is happy she didn't. What?
He stacked copper coins in a pentagram.
That is.
Well, now it's all taken by me.
I'm happy you.
From what Laurel can tell, it looks like he was planning to do the same thing with the silver pieces and such, but it's basically
He's been here for a long time, basically.
Yeah, he seems like he's finding a way to pass the time.
Anything in the other room? The one over
Nothing
here?
you can find
All right.
of value. That
We'll
room
go
seems to be
fetch
filled
one of
with-
the holy symbols and go put one down here to this.
You put it back down there, okay?
Yeah.
The holy symbol is now sitting in there. The corpse is still, in loads of pieces.
Can you sort of quickly arrange it? Sort of looks kind of neat, and then maybe close the thing.
You can try. How's your heal skill for trying to put it back?
It's okay. I think.
Could ask Zoe to help you.
Well, I mean, he wouldn't really like to leave it like this, so.
Laurel can try and putting it back together. He's not a master of anatomy. He doesn't know where every bone goes.
He's sure whatever spirit there is might appreciate the attempt.
You put it back in some rough format. It's not perfect, but
Most likely better than the king and put it in some vulgar or something.
yes, it was quite vulgar before.
Oh,
You can
God.
imagine what it was. I'm not going to describe.
Yeah.
You can get it into a better orientation than it was before.
Oh, there's no sign of a crown anywhere?
You do not see a crown.
Well, who knows then? After that, he will return.
Do you close the coffin?
Yeah.
Okay.
So look to Laurel. Found anything?
Some extra money, no sign of a crown.
Nuts.
Can push him up against the wall here. Way easier that way. Have him nice and isolated. Dark. Yeah.
What was that?
I like to set him up against the wall over here,
Okay.
so we can gather around him. And Laura begin basically reading his mind. In fact, he will go so far as to seek thoughts.
My dear Agatha? Who is that?
You don't know.
He will seek thoughts. First relating to the crown. What does he think about it? What's his
There is
thoughts?
no
and
spell
opinions on it?
resistance. Ooh. It's unfortunate for him.
Also, if you guys would like to ask him questions about the stuff, like even if he can't answer you, it's helping.
He seems to resist.
Actually, Laurel will just ask him about it. Well, I have a good little bit of time to do it, so.
Can you just keep reusing it? Seek thoughts.
I believe it is not him being targeted, but me, correct?
Well, seek thoughts is a 40-foot cone centered on you.
Cone, yeah.
He gets a will save to negate the effect when you try reading him.
Yeah, I'll keep concentrating though. Alright, well. Yeah. Right, then I will just try to normally read his mind.
Normally reading his mind, well, you can do that infinitely, so he's going to fail eventually
Yeah.
anyway.
While asking him leading questions. Trying to bring his thoughts and everything.
So
First,
what leading...
let's see whatever he's dreaming about right now. Agatha, who's that?
Agatha. Yes.
What's he thinking?
He seems to be, he seems to be dreaming of some woman,
Oh.
in a beautiful blue dress.
Oh.
And
Which?
no,
Good.
he seems to be dreaming of some beautiful woman in a blue dress, and it seems to be quite intimate.
Oh, Laurel, where's the crown?
You tried changing it.
Yeah. He keeps reading. You know, whenever he just keeps concentrating. Whenever he sees some question that might bring him closer to what he wants to know, he'll sort of ask more in that venue.
You keep pushing and poking.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's have a look then.
What do you know, beast?
Can I have a sense motive check from you, by the way?
Yeah, sure. Oh, there's sense motive. Oh,
Because you do manage to discern some of the things, you know, some of all these random memories you see jumbling around. Quite clear he had some love for the Empress, though not clearly as much as he had intimately to Agatha.
wherever that might be. You know, Laurel's not really super interested in his love life.
It's difficult to exactly tell where the crown is. It's not something which is... it's not really coming up to his thoughts very much, even with you trying to ask. It's clear he has seen it, though, from what you can tell.
Yeah, well, he doesn't.
And you're kind of getting a region. It's not around here. It's probably somewhere closer to the city, but you're not sure how much closer.
Put it in the water or something. Right. Well,
Shall we wake
look
him
at
up?
this. Is he just kind of stands there looking at the king? Is there anything you want to know? Then ask him now, while he's asleep.
What did he do to the Prince Bishop?
Yes, Prince Bishop. Terrible secret.
Mm-hmm.
Horrible secret. Blackmail. Truth.
You get some memories of him being very ominous with the Prince Bishop, and then a paper. Some kind of like report the king seems to be looking over, and then you see a wicked smile appear on his face.
What does it say? What's the...
It's difficult
What
to
do you
decipher
think
what's
about?
on it. His memories are just a bit jumbled, but
He doesn't remember what it is he wanted to blackmail him about?
it's not what the topic is not seem to be on the top of his thought. It seems to be more his ideas of what he could use this blackmail for are at the top of his mind.
What could he use it for?
For example, getting the Prince Bishop to vote in certain ways on the councils, keeping hush when he does something which he'd rather other people don't know, getting him to leave at convenient times for him.
They've been buddies for so long.
Doesn't sound like buddies, though.
From what you can tell, the Prince Bishop begrudgingly doing each of these and clearly not wanting to.
Because there's something we can't know. Alright.
You do get some sense of danger. Some reason.
From
Relating to the Prince Bishop.
So, did you kill the old queen? Or arrange for her death? What about that? Try saying the names of the royalty that died.
Of the royalties that died.
Mm-hmm.
Specifying plural, which is interesting. Well,
I mean, if this fails, we can always just have Zoe use Touch of Truth-telling and then have him just, like, use it day after day until he fails. So.
You don't find any thoughts that come to his mind about this.
Right.
Trying to ask about it. Nothing seems to come up to do with, like, the royal family and assassinations.
I think it'll be easier just to wake him up.
You get a funeral coming to his thoughts. You get the funeral. But that's the only thing that really comes to his mind when you mention it.
I think you'll get faster and easier answers if you just wake him up and Zoe Zone of Truth him.
No, that
I'm
doesn't
just
force
asking a
him.
sleeping man questions.
That doesn't force him to speak. He has shut up. Or he can speak truth that has nothing to do with the matter at hand. It's like, oh, the sky is blue, water is wet. I have hair.
Nothing I'm saying is a lie.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
A banana is yellow,
cannot
different
fly.
is dead.
It just feels like we're treading water here.
Well, if I ask him,
I mean, if I have enough time, we can know pretty much anything from him. It's just a matter of how long we're willing to potato him up here. I mean, we can
have a
glue him
few-
to the wall and
we have a
like
few
inject him
days.
with food, and
Have a few days traveling to the capital.
Yeah.
I mean, I could always engage him in a headbutt contest.
but as soon as we take him out of here, he's gonna get killed, right?
I don't know.
can
Not
we wake
necessarily.
him up?
Yeah,
Zoe
smack him
does
around a
have
bit.
the anti-scrying
I have
thing.
smelling salts, but I would be loath to use that on him.
Just punch him.
Well, Zoe will shake him. She will not punch him. That she can't do that.
I'm saying Bollard should punch him.
You shake him.
And he's
No.
dead.
Breaks his neck.
I don't think he's waking up.
We even took his clothes. We're gonna sell that.
We did kind
Oh,
I did
the
kind of take
non-burned
4
ones.
levels away from him. So,
Might be at our level now.
yeah. That by the way, the negative levels are going to last for 9 hours.
He wakes up,
Steps back.
looks over at the dead corpse, looks around to all of you.
So now it's in your best interest to tell us everything you know.
Says nothing.
Punch it, Bollard.
Don't you want to get back on all of them? There's the witch, for example. She seems to want to kill you anyway. Might as well aid us in making her day as bad as possible, right?
Fan nods. Yeah, we managed to drive her off in the city, and the more you can tell us about her, the more effectively we can drive her off next time. If she's gonna kill you anyway, as Laurel says, there is no point for you to protect her anymore.
Doesn't seem to say anything to you.
What did you do? What do you know about the Prince Bishop?
A wicked smile, but he doesn't say anything.
What's she
So he
thinking?
looks at him. Oh yeah, what does he think?
He's thinking that there's no point answering any of you because he's either going to be dead or something worse soon.
Okay, so he looks at him with dread and, well, you brought this upon yourself, DC 24 Dark.
A touch of truth telling.
No.
What are you doing?
Kind of needs to know.
I kind of need to know what spell you're using.
Yeah.
She can DM him.
Yeah,
She
sure.
doesn't want us to know.
Yeah.
It's early judgment.
Psychic torture, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I had an idea that was basically we just treat him like he's like 4 years old, you know, like when we feed him, we just like, here comes the train, and, you know, like,
Why would
eventually
you
he'll
do
get
that?
because
Emasculate
eventually he'll
him.
just get so pissed off, yeah, you know, like,
Yeah, just a
and
masculine.
we're like, are you
seems
ready
completely
to end
counter-
this? It's a mental torture.
You should.
Well, that's not what we're into.
You know, Ballard is into that kind of stuff.
Right, right.
Ballard will do
Ballard's
what works.
basement. Yeah.
Yeah,
He-
Ballard's
he-
basement.
He seems to be shaken for a few moments, gritting his teeth, but not saying anything.
What's he thinking? What'll be his...
Well,
Oh,
you see his thoughts of hell pop up as Zoe does this.
Pleasant.
Mm-hmm. He
Lovely.
sees the pit of meat he's gonna be with all those worms.
Oh, looks at him and says, "You can still redeem yourself."
She looks at him, I showed your judgment. It is in your best favor to answer our questions. He's gonna be shaken.
He looks up to Laurel. In no way is this going to be my best interest. I'm going to be dead regardless. He thinks that to you.
You could choose
Even
what
so, what happens after? Death is not final.
What happens after is what you saw if you are to be killed.
I think
Reap what you sow. You have sowed here and you have reaped it. Time to sow a new field. Might as well enter the next life with just a little bit of gain from this one. No?
I
There
think
will be
the way.
There will be no gain from this. Thanks
Yeah.
to you.
I think he only sees it as I'm going to die now or very, very soon. There's no redemption in that period of time.
Let's see.
Laurel feels like he's almost given up at this point.
Well, if he's given
but
up,
that
he might-
doesn't really concern us. We just need to know, like, well, I'll say, if you don't care anymore, you could at least tell us. Since we still care. It is no effort to you anyway. And does it really matter if we know or not?
It protects you from the truth. Truth
We
you are
don't-
not yet, the truth you are not yet ready to handle.
And yet you know that we will get it regardless.
You will get it when others deem you're ready.
Round slightly.
Mm-hmm.
Because I suppose we'd take him back and dominate him. Seems to be the only way.
You know, let's try truth. DC 16, I can do it twice.
Again, he doesn't need to speak
He doesn't
like
lie.
a beast. He
Well,
doesn't
he
lie.
has. No, he doesn't lie, but he has to answer anyway, doesn't he?
No, it
He
doesn't.
doesn't have to answer, he just can't
There's-
lie.
There's no compulsion to answer anything.
He just says,
He can still remain
Maybe he can
silent to you.
just say nothing or say like simple truths like my name is Varian Arquin.
Do you have any more sick thoughts?
No, only one. For today.
might as well just take
Tomorrow
him.
I can have like 5, so.
Might as well just take him back.
But if we remove him from here, he might
If you move
die.
die.
Yeah.
Zoe did have that neat little trick that we were going to use to hide William.
What?
Possibly we can suspel.
Well, the reason I could use that on him.
How about this? Laurel
hiding the
takes
arm.
up a little statuette, and he tries to call the Archmage.
Okay, you may give a message, and this will fly off to the Archmage at
Yeah, that's the
maximum
thing.
Sure.
velocity.
It flies off.
How long would it take, basically?
It could take
You're
like a
not
day.
you're not sure. It travels damn fast, but
Yeah. Rithlin, can you do? Well, obviously not. He said it looks back. Oh, yeah. All right. Well, he'll say, Archmage, we need your aid, and basically the keep's name. Varian Arkland has been captured, and he refused to tell us anything. A
Right,
bit of
sending.
magical aid will be good.
I have sending.
Oh, well, that's very
sending.
much more
Just
helpful.
use sending, yeah.
So could you do it? Like instant messaging.
Yeah. Well, so we will close our eyes and tell.
ring, 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 ring.
Hopefully he's not warded against it.
Yeah.
I don't think you can really against.
I-
I think it's
I-
mind flanking
I
himself.
forgot what he is. You just said it.
Archmage.
So, Archmage, we need your help. We are at this keep. We got the exiled king. Please come to us quickly.
Bring domination spell.
Bring
domination.
resurrection!
How is he
Resurrection.
going to get to us? Because he can't scry us.
Yeah,
Can't also
possibly.
resurrect people.
Hey, buddy.
He's just gonna look at Riff and laugh.
He looks around, looks down at Riff's body, Holds back his
No, she's just gathered up in the bag.
So that he seems to have given up, Elrond. I don't have the magical able to prowl his mind. If you could make him comply, that would be a great aid.